welcome everyone
Just
to December 30th. This is our last Free Yours Friday of 2022. So I'm here with my daughter, Kiara. I'm Taz Ferreira with my beautiful council members, Carmela, Velarde, Naeva, and Michelle. And we're talking about healthy happy hours and superfoods and, maybe conscious traditions today. So to open up the call, I'm going to pass it to Naeva to do our In the News. Naeva, are we all good for In the News?
I was having trouble unmuting, excuse me. The technical difficulties just keep rolling in this morning. So we're just going to roll with it. Thanks for your patience. I'm going to share my screen and we are going to share our In the News piece. Awesome. So today we are going to share a little bit about how 60 ways to live longer, stronger, and better. We know that so many people, it's the new year, everybody wants to feel better, look better, or make more money. And so everybody here is at the right place at the right time. And we want to invite others to join us on this mission as well. But we also want to share 60 ways to set some better habits in the new year. So I found this great article and it really inspired me because it had so many great ideas on how to lean into healthier habits. And it gave some great tips and a lot of them align with what we're already doing. So as we strive to get back to normal and we present with the usual opportunity to reset our old patterns, here are 60 ideas from health experts. So first, let's go into boosting your brain. So make weekly exercise dates for yourself, right? We all know how important it is to exercise and we can get so busy in our everyday life, just doing the everyday things. And so it's really important to make a date with yourself, maybe with your family, to set, maybe 15 minutes, half an hour to do something really fun, run around, play ball, do whatever it is that you enjoy doing and get that exercise in. Maybe it's a yoga practice, whatever that looks like for you. Next is eating salad, right? We know that 90% of people in America aren't getting enough fruits and vegetables. So let's make sure everybody's getting enough dark leafy greens by sharing our incredible power shake with them, because that's equivalent to eating 6 or 7 superfood salads in nutrient density. So that's something that we have available that's really easy to share, super convenient, and anybody can do it. Next, have super berry desserts. Well, we all know that we love our bio fruit and our dark berry. So there's so many ways that we can incorporate darker berries into our diet for all the different reasons, boosting our immune system, increasing collagen, getting all those great antioxidants from those dark pigmented fruits. And all of those things together will help our brain as well. And then develop a green tea habit. I don't know about you, but I love our matcha protein. It's a really great way to get that green tea in, and it helps with so many different things and definitely helps with the brain boost as well. Join a book club. So if you're not already, we have so many incredible books. We have a few from our owners here at Purium, as well as lots of great books on leadership, personal development. We all encourage you to dive into that as often as possible. And, it's always so fun to learn more from reading. I always learn a lot and enjoy the process of sitting down, having that little meditative process and relaxing and getting into a book. So find some time, set a little, maybe 15-20 minutes a day to read. Even if it's just right before bed, it's a really great practice. And then once a week, try something new. Listen to new music, learn some words in a different language, maybe even dive into, the Purium page and go learn ingredients of products or something fun like that will incorporate into the rest of your business. So going to sleep earlier is also a really great habit because we all need to get proper sleep. And we know that we have some great ways to support you with getting good sleep. So making your bed each morning always makes your bed more inviting in the evening. I don't know about you, but it sets the mood for the day. And then, of course, there's some great tips here. I'm not going to go through all of them, but, facing your alarm clock to the wall instead of right towards your face is great. Or if you're using your phone, I actually like to plug in my phone in the other room or in my closet. So that way it's not right in my room and those electromagnetic waves aren't in there the whole night while I'm trying to get rest. I really do feel like it makes a big difference when you don't have that right next to your bed. So I don't know about you, but that's what I like to do. I like to keep it kind of far away from where I'm sleeping. And then turn the fans when the lights go off, right? So that way you're getting that airflow all the time. And then enjoy chamomile tea before bedtime. And we all know that you can also incorporate the the apothecary to get natural occurring melatonin, as well as adding it into the chamomile tea or adding a little CBD to it, as well as ionic elements. All of those things can help you get restful sleep at night. Pump up your heart health. Heart health is so important, and Dave talks about this a lot with the heart aid, is that you don't want to wait till you have a heart issue to start boosting your heart health. So take care of your heart, right? Get your heart rate up and make sure that you are doing things to take care of your heart. So I know that this seems silly, but brushing and flossing regularly actually helps your heart health overall, right? Swollen or bleeding gums caused by bad oral health may lead to microorganisms traveling into the bloodstream, and this causes inflammation as well as heart damage. So things as little as that can really help your heart health as well. Doing 10 minutes of resistance training every morning, getting your heart rate up is really beneficial to your heart. And then also avocado, replacing butter with avocado is really great. Avocado has so many great things for your heart health, your brain health, and it's a healthy fat. So I really love avocado here in Hawaii. We have a plentiful of these, and I even incorporate them into making puddings and other really fun recipes that the children can enjoy as well. Walk off your cravings. You know, if you're having a ton of cravings, sometimes just going for a walk and having a big glass of water can really help to curb those cravings, because sometimes what we really need is a glass of water. And of course, going for a walk can kind of just reset your mind, because a lot of times, like I tell my children, don't eat just because you're bored. Sometimes we get bored and we think that we're hungry or we need a snack, but really our mind is just trying to think of something to do. So replace that with something else, like going for a walk. Put a banana on it. A diet rich in potassium can help offset some of the sodium's harmful effects on the blood pressure. Add bananas to everything from breakfast cereal to nighttime desserts and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And this is a really great way to increase the potassium, and that is helpful for your heart. So shake off stress. Organize one thing each day: your handbag, bedside table, a drawer. This really helps you stay organized, and this will reduce stress, because I don't know about you, but when I am organized, I have less stress. It makes me feel a lot more organized inside myself. So, you know, all of these things, I'm going to kind of skip through them because we have a lot to cover today. We can clean up our diet, right? In this company, we don't really have to bribe ourselves to eat vegetables, because we have plentiful, delicious, fun ways to incorporate vegetables into our daily life, and so many great recipes as well. So if you haven't dived into the incredible recipes that Purium has with Flex Foods, then I encourage you to tune into that, because we have so much to offer there. Store fruit in front of the fridge, right? So that you grab fruit first. One of the leaders on here recently shared that she keeps a basket of fruit on the table always full, so that the children see that first before they go looking in the pantry or the fridge. And that's so important. So find the fruits that are readily available in your area and stock them. And if they are available organic, that's always best, because we all know that eating organic benefits our health so much. So there's so many great things here. I'm going to drop the link below so that you can go ahead and go through all this, but all of this touches a lot on what we already do here in our community, encouraging you to eat more greens, eat more fruits, eat more vegetables, really incorporate more exercise and reading into your daily life. And all of those things are things that could greatly benefit your business as well here with Purium. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Naiva. I love all of those tips. And you know what? If we can implement these tips every day in our life, imagine how much richer it will be, right? The reading is something I love to do all the time. And especially reading GoPro. I always love rereading it. So if you guys can post your favorite books to read, will be greatly appreciated. So I've been partnered with Purium for the past 6 years, and I started launching my business the past 4 years. And how I started with my business, it's with healthy happy hours. This is how I found out about Purium. When I came on vacation to Florida and I went to an organic restaurant, they were hosting a healthy happy hour. And I'm from Quebec, so we know all about happy hours. But we call it 5 à 7, and this involves alcohol, right? So imagine my surprise when I went to this happy hour and I saw green juice. I'm like, what? What is this? This is amazing. Right? And then we took sips of it, and you know what? We were hooked. As soon as you sample our green juice, you can start automatically knowing there's nothing else compares, right?
Exactly.
And tasting it is everything. And what I love about this is that the whole family can be involved. And then when the pandemic happened, we had to pivot, right? So now we started doing launch events online. And with my team, it has been super successful. But then after COVID, what I noticed is that everyone wants to reconnect. We want to reconnect with everyone, right? So we started to go back and do healthy happy hours to meet people. And you know what? It's a great way for our kids to meet like-minded individuals as well, people around the community. And Purium is my ultimate passion project. And I love to get my family involved as much as possible. So you're usually always involved, right?
Always.
Right. So the last 2 weeks ago, I had one of my healthy happy hours that I did that was sponsored by the Million Mom Movement. And I had this to be daughters and mommies event. But you know what? You can have the whole family invited. The more that we can connect with the families, they can see how other kids are living this lifestyle as well. Okay, so I have a couple slides I'm going to share. So I'm doing this all on my phone. Okay, let's see. Here we go. All right.
Can everyone hear us? Just want to make sure.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Okay. So how I did this event. So first of all, the event was super successful. We had over 50 people that showed up, 50 families that showed up, all the kids, all the families, everyone enjoying this together. And what I want to show you guys is that it does not have to be complicated. It can be super simple. So this is what we did. We had product placement. Okay, so the product placement, I use the ULT box. Always keep a box in hand. And I always order an extra box just to have it. Because sometimes when I meet people, they're super excited and they want a whole box right now. So I would have it, I would just like sell it to them right there. I would have a shaker bottle, the new blender bottle, make some gift cards. So I like doing a QR code and putting it on the gift card, and then I give this out. But I don't give out the gift card without having their phone numbers. So I always exchange phone numbers with them, and I send them a message right away so I remember who they are. We have a pen and paper because we want to get their emails and their names, and maybe I do a little survey and I ask them which product do they love best. Email list and cups, right? Because tasting it is everything. So this was one of the setups that we had at the retreat, at the Healthy Happy Hour. I set up my ULT box. I set up my juice bar in the back. I had my blender bottle there. So in the juice bar in the back, I had all of the packages laid out. But while I was talking, I put everything back in the bag so everyone can see how easily these foods can be transported with you. And then I would put the blender bottle right in the juice bar bag as well. So they just get to see how easy it is to transport. You can travel with it. The kids can take it to lunch. It's super, super convenient. And now let's talk about finger food. It's always important to touch everyone on all of their senses, right? So they get to smell, they get to taste, and not just drink, they get to eat, right? So I like to show people how they can taste our superfood in actual foods, because a lot of times we hear that, we don't want to be drinking all the time. And if you guys came to our Diamond Club, we had a whole section for the Million Mom Movement, and we were showing how we can have easy recipes that you incorporate the Purium superfoods. So a great recipe was the grain spectrum, and you can add some hummus to that. You can add the green spectrum to hummus. So if you're late on time, you can buy store-bought hummus, add the green spectrum, get some gluten-free organic crackers, and just lay that out. We also, these chocolate cherry balls were
amazing.
Yes,
chocolate cherry balls. So these are, you have the cherry balls and cover them in like the chocolate cacao powder. Tell us more about them. So.
Well, they're super delicious, and the kids don't even realize that they're having all of this nutrition because the epigenus is inside, the love meal, the apothecary. So this is not only for nighttime drinking. You can have this at any time. Just have this snack and you're on the go. So you can make these balls. And what we did during Diamond Club is that you have these balls and you cut them in 4. So you can make them smaller for everyone to try. And then we had these raw ginger snap cookies. We have these recipes also on our Million Mom Movement Facebook page. So if you guys want to check this out or take a screenshot right now, save it for later and make this for your friends and family when you host your own healthy happy hour. So this is another way. Remember the family pack? So you can, the MVP family is in that as well. We can add this one, switch it up with MVP vanilla, the power shake, the daily fiber. Your kids and yourself are getting all of your nutrition in all of these foods. So I have a couple of these finger foods. We have the Can Be This hummus.
These are one of my favorites. So you just take the same thing as before, just have some hummus and you add in your Can Be This, and you can add in a bunch of other things. You can add apothecary into this. I feel like that would taste amazing. We have the MVP power shake, cinnamon, nutmeg, just really amazing products. And you can add all these Purium products to any of your food just to spice it up a bit.
Right, we're just showing you examples of what we did and what worked, and the fiber is in here as well. And if you're missing one of these ingredients, don't worry, I'm sure it's going to taste amazing. And this is a great way to showcase our coffee proteins, right? The matcha protein is one of my favorite, and you can actually make it into the coconut flour, the almond flour. You can add the matcha protein to this, and you can make the balls. And you cut it in half and sample it to everyone. And when we just started our healthy happy hours, we would have a huge spread because everyone would gather around and have the kids around and, snack on the hummus and then try everything and talk about maybe their favorite recipes, right?
So everything's laid out. As you can see, you have a Purium product, you have a couple stacks around with the hummus and the bean crackers. You have a apothecary laid out. Sometimes you have apothecary shots.
Right. So when we just started doing healthy happy hours, we would make apothecary shots and we would do power shake samples. But I think now we're doing sampling a little bit different, right? Because now we have more products. So instead of just a power shake, we are showcasing the extensive array of all of our Purium products. So everyone gets to try it. And this is one of the first healthy happy hours I had with one of my brand partners, Allison Jade. So we set up the computer right there. We set up the pen and paper. We laid everything out. So if they see it, they try it, they're super excited and they want to place an order right then and there, we are set and ready for them. And this is the way Allison used to have her spread with all her food, And if you have a fun cup, a nice festive cup, an empty glass of wine that you can put one of the green juices in, right away, you're starting to change the way people are thinking about this. They're looking and they're like, wow, you're not just by yourself trying this. You have all of this community around you who are enjoying the taste of this, right? It becomes contagious.
Yeah, and you just have your fancy little cups and put your power shake inside your Can Be This.
So we are showing you how to do your healthy happy hour Million Mom ways, right? So a way that we like doing it is also printing the pledge. And when you put the pledge there, now someone, as they're sampling the food, they can read the pledge and think, you know what? I resonate with this. This feels like myself and my family. So they get to understand that this is a movement that we're trying to bring everyone together and the collective. Okay, this is one of my favorite launches that just happened. So have you guys seen the variety pack? Drop me a 2 if you've seen the variety pack. So I ordered I think 5 sets of this for my healthy happy hour because I wanted to have an abundance of it and I didn't want to run out. I wanted everyone to try it. And what I love about this is I received everything. I received the blender bottle, the shaker bowl, and all of these products. So you know what I did with this? I used these as my samples. When people were coming and they were like, oh, we want some coffee in the morning. I'm like, I got you. So I had them try the coffee protein. And when I had kids there, I had the blender out and I would add a banana and I would add the power shake and almond milk and just blend this up and they loved it. So I didn't give little samples, I give bigger samples because now I had all of these for everyone to sample. So I would mix, the coconut water with the beads and then sometimes I would do the coffee protein so they can have a variety, right? So I had all of these laid out. And then I was talking about as I laid out the spread, I let everyone know how the packaging is eco-friendly as well. When you lay it out, now they're seeing it, they're touching, they have the ability to smell it, to look at it, and our favorite part, tasting it. So where do you find these packs? Okay, so if you are a partner with us at Purium, so you go into your back office, you go into shop, and then there's a section called gifts and sampler pack. So there is where you find this. You won't find this on iShop Purium. You would find this in your back office. And you can only find this sampler pack when you are partnered with us. So if you need help with this, reach out to the person who invited you to this call. And this is another part which I love during our Healthy Happy Hour. We had a giveaway. So I had the whole box with all of the Puriums laid out so everyone can see. And then we had a silent auction, right? So if someone could auction, they could bid on what they wanted. And it was such a great event and everyone was fighting over this. They're like, we get all of this. And I'm like, absolutely. So this is a way that they get to sample everything. They tried it because I was having them try it. And now they get to bring this home with them. So this is a gift in itself. So I also want to talk about, now we're going into the New Year's, right? About conscious traditions. So one thing that we love doing as a family is that we like writing our goals and then burning it with intention, right? And this is how we do with our manifestation. But there's something that we started implementing a couple weeks ago that I found really effective. So we started to have moments where we look at each other after consuming all of our superfoods and connecting with each other. We would take each other's hands and write what we loved about each other. We would look at each other and write what we loved about one another. And that actually helped us connect on a quite deeper level. Did you enjoy that?
I did. It was very eye-opening and really great to connect with one another.
Right. Yeah, it was really nice. So I think this is something that maybe you and your family could start implementing. It really worked with us and it really worked really well with all the ages, with all the families. We did this together along the fire. We wrote what we loved about each other. And even though some parents, they weren't connecting so much with their children after consuming the superfoods and being heart open, this actually allowed them to have better thoughts, better intentions to share with their families and their kids. And you know what? I love you, Million Mom Movement. I'm so grateful for you all. And I can't wait until next year. So now I'm going to pass it to you, Carmela, to continue and tell us about what you do for your Healthy Happy Hours.
Wonderful, Taz. Thank you so much for sharing all that from your phone, nonetheless, with Kiara. Kiara, you sound so seasoned. Thank you so much for sharing as well. So I'm really excited to share about the topic of superfood socials and healthy happy hours because since I started as a Million Mom Movement brand partner. I knew that my kids had to be involved because it's how I started my own business, was getting them involved. So I want you to know that, we're an eco-friendly, plastic-free company. So definitely utilize whatever's in our boxes, like the flyers, to use at these events. What I do is I laminate the tracking sheet and I laminate this new really awesome, you guys love this new flyer. I laminate this because then you can display and explain how each product works functionally as food. And that's a really good teaching tool. So many of us want to host events, and what we're really doing is we're educating. And so, just even this particular flyer has the schedule, and it teaches you the core 4, the accelerated version, and the simplified in a flyer. So if you see these in your boxes, don't throw them out, keep them. Another thing is the dark berry protein sheet. That's really good to laminate as well. And I always have a pack of lifestyle guides. So it's in your back office too, if you don't have them to give away. It's nice to have on hand because it teaches you about our food philosophy, the background of the company. And what we're there to do is also help to see through a video. I love to play farm to family. I also play what's in for the first 30 days. Those are 2 really great ones. Simple, very short and concise. And then you want to open it up to discussion about how the products work, how a lifestyle program works. So I always want to share that I have these on my table. I have the Green Foods Bible and I have the Toxin That Came to Dinner. Both are available in the iShop Purium or back office of our businesses. So have them. These come in a pack of 5. They also have a free audio version available to gift people. So sometimes you want to just gift people not only your gift card, but you want to gift them also the opportunity to hear it on Audible. And the Green Food Bible could be your giveaway. It's a great giveaway to have. And I tell people when I first started this business, I started a 10-day to core 4, which they didn't have the 30-day at that time. And I read the Green Food Bible all throughout the process because I wanted to understand what phytonutrition, how it's different, and how green foods have the key to save all of us. So I wanted to also share screen to share some visual ideas. I gathered images that I have taken over the past 8 years of hosting different events. And I know that some of you might have an idea or concept. Taz shared some of her tables and what she shared at her events. I wanted to give you ideas of how you can do many different types of events and what they look like. You can start out just simply by gathering a few of your best girlfriends. It's super simple and it doesn't have to be extravagant. It's flex foods, it's a video, it's some flyers. You come to their house with a little bag and have it prepared. Now, you might want to ask the host, if they're hosting their friends, to put together flex foods that they too can serve up. So this is what my table looks like. It's really super simple. It's cut up celery, cut up really fresh, raw, delicious foods, some flowers, and some plates, because what you're really going to be doing is sitting around and talking, talking and sharing. Let me get that page open again. Sorry. Okay. Here's an event I threw with kids at a yoga studio. It literally was at a yoga studio. So we did yoga with the kids and we shared superfoods. And we had the kids running around, the parents were talking. That's how simple it should be. It could be 1 hour, it could be 1.5 hours. It could be 2 hours if you get into the enrollment process, of course. And you really want the parents to get involved in sharing with the kids. So we were having fun. We were just doing our thing. My kids are always involved. They're always there with me. Keeps moving me into different directions. Hang on, I'm sorry about this, guys. The technical part is always fun. Here we go. So here I did a spread at a lobby of a space that's local to me. And I put up a flyer and I gathered some people from a building. And I did this ongoing for a few months. And new people from the building kept spreading the word saying, hey, after the New Year's, it's such a great idea to reset and learn more about nutrition and what that looks like. I set up a table. I had 3 simple shakes to share as samples with little cups. I had some people who had testimonials come in and share. That's a really great tool too. If you have somebody who's hosting or who's local, you're going to want to have them share. This is a doctor. and he brought 4 people, and it was really encouraging. So here we're at an evening event wherein it was a networking event, and I made it into Superfood Social. I literally made 3 shakes. I set up my laminated educational information and a table right here. More spreads, what it looks like. It could be really simple, but that's what it looks like every time. And then again, have people come in and share. So this man came because he finished his ULT and he wanted to share with the people. And so this is another spread. This is what I love, is when you have somebody else host from your community and they bring people in, they put their touch, they put crystals, they put stones, they made a really nice display. And I love what they come up with. This was at a networking event. I made it into Superfood Social, and these were all professional networkers. And it was right at the holiday season. I'll never forget this. 3 people signed up as brand partners. Sorry, guys. Where are we now? So this is fun. This is Halloween, and we did a giveaway. We had a wheel. So this is also a really fun idea for the kids. We got the kids dressed up and involved. This was at the kids' school, and we made it into a booth. We had a tent, and we really had a lot of fun making it into Halloween healthy. This is an owner of a wellness center, and she's in Miami, and she brought together a lot of people, conscious people, really spiritual people, holistic professionals. And I was really excited to have my brand partners come in and share their stories. So you always want to get people in front. If you're with your group, your team, all the better. If you get your kids involved, this is in my kids' martial arts studio. So we do Superfood Socials and healthy happy hours on the weekend when they have some space between classes. We tell people in the community on the community website that we're going to be hosting an educational nutrition explanation of a program for kids and families. So my daughter gets involved. She shares what she loves. She helps me print out flyers. Sometimes I make flyers, these trifold brochures. Sorry, we're going through this again. Sorry, guys. Okay, we're back to this. Just simple, really meet and greets. So I have another section here. Well, when you gather about 50 people into a room, what's really lovely is that Amy Venner or Dave Sandoval may just arrive at your door to host an event. So we got to do that with my group. I have my upline, 2-star crown, Cindy Kelly, and we hosted a really beautiful, lush venue in Philadelphia and gathered a good group, maybe 50 to 60 people. And we had them come on and speak. I'm so sorry, it keeps popping me off. We hung our banners. They're really beautiful banners. You can make themselves, but I wanted to share with you my food. So we always will display hummus with barley wheatgrass and chlorella, vegan summer rolls with sweet and sour sauce, and a potted cherry drizzle. Everybody loved that. My daughter made fruit pizzas. And again, my spread. Definitely get your brand partners involved in cooking and chopping up everything fresh and raw as possible. Have people cheers, take pictures at the table, make it really fun. Invite family and friends. Share an Eventbrite. You know, share an Eventbrite, share a, what do you call this? A Facebook group page. This is one spread. They're so colorful, right? Our colors are bright green. So I wore bright green too. So I really stood out in the theme of the sea of people hosting their holistic products and things. And I said, you know, I'm coming into this holistic fair and I'm making it into Superfood Social. I had about 45 minutes to present and invite people. So what I'll say about this event is, and my tip is, have your laptop out, because this is a little trick I learned. So if you have your laptop out to the iShop Purium website, you can create a new account. And in that new account, you could put people's information, their emails, their phone numbers, their names, and have them create an account without necessarily purchasing, but then it's a great follow-up tool. So then you can direct them to the website where now you have them in your back office as an account that doesn't purchase yet, but you have them in your account and your information. Instead of writing it down, have your laptop up. And then when you follow up, you're already guiding them to the iShop.com page. So I started doing that, and it's just been my tradition to keep organized. I've been invited to other healthy happy hours like Troy Casey. He came to the Philadelphia area, and I helped him host by sharing my testimonial to his healthy happy hour, which was really nice to meet other community members that I didn't know local to me in his team. Like I said, my daughter always has the swag. If you've got Purium swag, all the better for these events, because we're branding ourselves, we're branding our kids, and our kids are drinking them. So the more pictures you can show with your kids in swag and having them drink, the mamas feel a part of something bigger. And then you could just have one-on-ones. It doesn't have to be a big deal. You could just bring brochure, a drink, and your laptop. And there you go. There's a Superfood social. Here's another one, simple and direct. So I don't want you guys to think that it has to be super elaborate, but I do want you to be consciously prepared as a professional so that when you arrive, you have the tools, you know what you need to have them really see the bigger picture. I did a Superfood social post Thanksgiving after with my leftovers. I made a few dishes that were just great for Superfood social, and I just extended it the next day because I needed to finish some of my food. So it was a plant-based Thanksgiving dinner Superfood social. So that's what I'm sharing for today, and I would love to open it up to any other questions that you might have, any ideas you guys have had that works for you in your businesses so far. If any of these ideas has helped you, we'd love to hear from you. This is a community call. You want to raise your hand or just come off mute. Okay, I see Annalisa asked you to unmute.
Oh, so my question was about the silent auction. What did you have the starting bid as? To the
100.
Sorry, you cut out again.
Sounds like she's saying $100.
150 is what we started off with.
Okay.
I just get one hype and excited and trying it. And they see how much everything they get. They get everything.
Awesome. Thanks, Annalisa. And Sherry, go ahead. I'll ask you to unmute.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. Love these calls, like always. What I've really noticed is that the sample packs have been a game changer for healthy happy hours, right? Because it makes it really easy to even gift them, or if someone is really loving something and they haven't tried one and they want to, it makes it easy. My first healthy happy hour really happened by accident. My kids, as a lot of you know, my kids are athletes and they're in hockey. And we have a rink in our backyard. So we make a rink every year. And this year, my kids have been really active in inviting their teammates over for extra practices. And so the parents are hanging around. And so it's just become natural conversation as we get to know each other better. And of course, it's come up because I'm so passionate about health and wellness and Purium. And so, of course, it's come up and we've had conversations, and I've been able to say, like, well, hold on. And I ran inside and I pulled out a bunch of the samplers, and we just had a healthy happy hour impromptu right then and there. And it really is a game changer when people are able to try the superfoods and really get an idea for not just, because I mean, I could talk about the health benefits of them forever, but it's really different when people get to taste them and say, okay, that power shake actually does taste good, because so many people are scared, especially of greens and And it's been really great because all the kids, as they were coming off the ice, we were able to offer them cocoa hydrate. My kids were involved. So my kids were handing it out to their friends, and my kids were talking about how it's what's in their water bottles and they love it so much and other ways we can use it. And so it was really a natural one. And now we're actually planning a second one. So now we're going to do it again with more of the hockey families. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to share.
And you know what I love about that? Now the kids are asking their parents, where do I get that?
Yeah, that's it. That's actually, yeah, one of the parents had said that their child took Jordan's water bottle, my son's water bottle, by accident and tasted it. And he was like, I don't know what's in that water bottle, but I want that. So yeah, so they're going to be at our next Healthy Happy Hour, and they'll definitely be trying everything.
Amazing. I love that. Do we have any more shares? If you guys are having something that you're doing that's working for you, we would love to hear about it. Questions? How about you, Michelle? What have you done that's working for you and your team?
I'm really excited about the packs as well. It has just come in so handy. I don't know how we ever did this before we had the sample packs, to tell you the truth. What you ladies have shared today has been really inspirational. I love the way the booths are set up. My team does do some healthy hours in different places. They do, movie nights with mocktails, and I have somebody doing, either pre or post yoga class at a yoga studio and wellness center in town. So, and then of course, we were here over the holidays, and my husband's son was here with his girlfriend, and we were talking, we ended up talking about health, and we've tried to give them superfoods in the past, but he's kind of in a mode where he's really thinking about his weight and his energy. And I just said, I have something I'd love to gift you if you felt like you'd use it. And so I pulled out the variety pack and we went through everything, and he was so excited, and both him and his girlfriend have started. So, just getting him in and tasting and just really starting to feel nourished on a different level. And they're already starting to notice just from Christmas that their cravings are changing. So, that's really exciting. I travel a lot, so I think the pack is going to be helpful for that as well. And I'm looking forward to actually traveling and supporting my brand partners in hosting events. So I'm excited about what you ladies have talked about today and brought forward. So valuable. And I know that we're also going to be doing a more deeper dive in January about being a host and really going in. So this is just a little taster, and thanks for being such great examples.
Thank you so much, Michelle. And you know what, to do the spin Million Mom style, you just write sponsored by Million Mom Movement. So then they see that this is a collective, this is a community, and children are welcome. Always have maybe a coloring book, some coloring pencils there if the kids want to be occupied, if they're younger kids, always just have that as prep. Okay, Jenny, let's unmute Jenny. There you go.
Hi, I had a question about let's say you meet up with somebody, and I always like sticking to the basics. So let's just say I brought a power shake and my laptop and the transformational booklet or pamphlet, however you want to say it. How is a good way to go about that? Because let's just say if I meet up with a friend and I'm like, hey, there's something I want to share with you, do you have 30 minutes maybe to meet at Starbucks? How would a good way to go about that be?
Okay, so how I would start with that is, first of all, have them try it. Always say, would you like to try it? I find as soon as you try it, it doesn't compare to any other green juice. I've tried so many green juice on the market. It's so different. What do you think, ladies? Michelle,
Yeah, I agree. And always when I'm meeting with somebody, it's really about just, even though I'm like excited to share with them, I really want to, open the relationship back up and ask a lot of questions, because just by asking our friends, our family, our customers, our clients, our prospects questions, we can really see what's important to them. And it can always link back to health and wellness and good nutrition in their life, right? No matter what they're complaining about. And so I just ask questions, what's been going on with you? How's your health? How did you fare the pandemic? What's alive for you right now? What are you looking forward to in 2023? Are you working out? Do you use a protein drink? And just kind of broach it that way. So it becomes part of a normal conversation. And then it's more like recommending a movie or a book, right? And then it just becomes part of a conversation, because remember, we don't just want people to do a 30-day. We're creating a transformation and a lifestyle. And so I feel like, sometimes it's the first cup of tea when you go meet them out, and sometimes it's not. But if you have those sample packs with you, I think you'll find a place in a conversation, as long as you're not trying to get something from them, but you're really coming from a place of curiosity and wonder about what's alive for them in their life, what's important to them.
Harm, did you have anything else to add?
It's all about starting the coaching there. Absolutely what Michelle said. Having the relationship be intimate, the closer we can get. And honestly, these live events are what I love, because how much more intimate can you get than having them experience the products firsthand and then seeing how it affects you. Everyone has the Purium glow when they're on the lifestyle, and they have to see it, for them to truly believe it. So the proof's in the pudding, and it's very organic how we share. I loved everything that you said too, Michelle.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Okay.
It looks like we have a question from Bob.
I had a question I just wanted to share. So I'm finishing up some healthy sangria here, and it reminds me of what I did, and it's starting to really pay off. So back on the 9th was my 72nd birthday. And there's a few of us in Telluride, actually about 8 of us regularly getting together for our birthday for the last 15 years. But Kathy and I had turned 70 2 years ago. We've been wanting to have a big party. So I rented the Elks Club, hired a band, and 8 of us all got together and, invited all our friends. And, we had probably 150 people coming and going, and it was really nice. So I made healthy sangria, and then I made up this kind of a flyer with the ingredients in it, with all the biofruit and can't beat this and apothecary on it, and put it next to the jug that had it in there. And put fruit in there, so it looked really nice. And as people walked in, I was like, "Hey, welcome, nice. Hey, I didn't invite you, but I know you, and I'm glad you came, and this is great." So everybody, I basically knew from town. And I said, if you are looking for a non-alcoholic drink, you might want to drink some of this, and it'll give you a lot of energy. Maybe just do 1 glass, to start with, because it's getting late, especially later. And the party went on, and people were dancing like crazy. And even the Stevie, who is the main guy in the Telluride Gold Kings, he a few days before had said, "Oh, I don't know, Bob, how long we can play. My hands, since COVID, my hands are getting a little bit swollen when I'm playing." And I go, "Okay, I'm going to fix you up." And so I think it was like 4 days before, and I basically gave him enough to have a sample of ULT. And, he was doing great, and he had more, of this drink too. And later on, it was like, I shouldn't have had that second one, but it gave everybody a lot of energy. And I had put a lot of these brochures. I think I printed 15 of them up, and there were only 2 at the end of the night. And now it's starting to really pay off. I mean, I think I got 5 UBTs out of it. And then I decided, okay, well, I want to do a locals event, so I made up this brochure of Transform with Us, and, inspiration from David, with a sunflower, and being able to post those around and then send that digitally to people. And so on Wednesday, I think so far I got 6 or 7 people who are coming to this transformation. I'm going to just cook a nice dinner the night before we're going to start, and we'll take measurements, and we'll do a, weighing each other, taking pictures and all that stuff, and kind of like make it a fun thing every week. Wednesday night, we're going to get together at Bob's, and I'm hoping I can get maybe 10 more people, in the next few days to sign up. And it's kind of gotten me going. And
awesome, Bob.
And I'm going to do another ULT.
Yeah. Amazing. I love it. And I love how vulnerable you are in just putting it out there. And so thanks so much for that. And I hope some of you guys got some great ideas from that. Just putting yourself out there, building relationships, and we get to really dig into this with people, and the people will come to us that we are looking for. So I know it's the top of the hour, and we're just going to go a couple minutes longer since we started a little late. So stay with us if you can. And I'd love to take Judy's question or comment next.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for all these great ideas. I've done a couple socials with my upline, and I was wondering what the silent auction, I missed, what was that item that you started the bidding on for 150? And then did you give it away then, or did you give it away later? Or, like how much does it cost myself to do that? What are you giving away?
Okay, so the sample pack, these packs you can find, you have to be a Purium brand partner, okay? And you go into your back office under shops and then order, and you will find it there, the sample variety pack. You don't have to give up the whole thing. I decided to because it was a big event, right? So I don't actually remember how much it cost me, but I know in the long run, it will be worth it. It will be worth it. I gave everything away with the shaker bottle and the blender so that they can have the whole experience. Because I know once they try, they're going to love it. And it's so interesting though, the person who won it, she was really, really interested in everything. And she's going to become a Purium brand partner. So nothing for me is ever wasted. Always put abundance out there and it will always come back to you.
Okay. So yeah, the sample packs, they start at $49 for the little one or $89 for the big one. Okay. And then the sample packs also, one more question. Did you open them like with scissors when you were there so it looked neat, or did you just wait until someone wanted to, if they wanted the greens or whatever to taste something?
Okay, so I opened it with a scissors, so that was neat, because sometimes when you open it, it can be a little messy. And I asked them, what will you like? And when they told me their flavor profile, some people wanted coffee, so I opened a coffee protein. And then the ones who wanted greens, we went to greens, we went to the beets. And then I gave them the whole box right then and there so that they got to bring it home. It's like, it was such a beautiful moment of them bringing the whole box to their car, and they were so excited. So see, the excitement is everything. They brought the excitement home. They were sharing it with their friends and family who weren't able to attend the event. And they were in so much regret. They were like, oh, we're going to attend the next one. And from there, I received over 20 emails of people who can't wait for the next event. So word of mouth really spreads. So Judy, since you are sharing, would you mind reading our pledge at the same time?
I'm going to ask you to unmute Judy again. And so you'll just have to unmute.
I'm a grandma. You want me to read this?
If you don't mind.
Okay. I pledge to defend the health of myself and my family. I pledge to choose organic foods that are minimally processed and free of man-made ingredients. I pledge to read labels and educate myself on all aspects of clean living. I understand that my actions today will positively impact the health and environment of future generations. I am committed to sharing this movement of many. I am the Million Mom Movement. Or grandma in my case.
I love that. You know, laminate this as well, right? You can laminate this, share it at your healthy happy hour, share it with moms and the families and let them know this is where you stand and this is who you are. So let's get to Naiva to speak about our call to action.
Michelle, are you doing this? You want me to screen share?
Yeah, unless, do we have time? If we have time, I'd love it if everybody that's still on the call will go ahead and please pull out your phones. And if you're watching the replay, please do this with us as well. Naiva is going to pull up the report of that comes from the Detox Project, and we're into the powders. So, of course, this is exciting because it's a direct comparison, and we're talking about Garden of Life today. We're on number 3. So if you all would now go to your Instagram and look up Garden of Life. There's Garden of Life UK, Garden of Life Canada, and just plain Garden of Life. So we're going to go to Garden of Life. And once we're at Garden of Life, we're going to click on the middle screen for them, which is the Reels screen. It has that little, looks like a movie player kind of thing. And we're going to go over to the chocolate peppermint protein fudge. Because we're talking about one of their protein powders. So this seemed appropriate. It's holiday themed. You can see that the Million Mom Movement and myself, Bella.root, if you'd love to follow any of us on Instagram, has left a comment. So you can use our comment, you can put it in your own words, but we would really appreciate your activism today in leaving a comment for Garden of Life. It is super popular, as you can see by some of the comments on some of their other posts and reels that, you know, people love it and it looks delicious and they're going to try it. And so I think it's really important to raise this kind of awareness because people just don't realize. So thank you so much for doing that with us and for us. I can see some of you looking down at your phones, and it really means the world to us to have you on our team and to be on this mission with us. So thank you so much, everybody, for all of your contributions today. And I will pass it back to Taz to close this up.
Thank you so much, everyone. So follow us on Instagram, Million Mom Movement, and hashtag us, Million Mom Movement. We will reshare all of your posts, and even with the Nestle post, hashtag us and share it. We will repost all of them because they need to understand that they need to have all of these toxins out, and we will not stand for it. So we will be back next year, the new year, together. 2023 next year with all of you. Thank you all so much, and reach out to the person who invited you to this call and thank them. Thank them for allowing you to be part of this mission with us, this movement of many. I love each and every one of you. We wish you a happy holidays and happy new year. See you next year, everyone. Bye. Mwah.